Welcome to Hephaestus, and a little mythology lesson before we start. Hephaestus was the son of Zeus and Hera, and he was the only god who was ugly. He was also lame, and there are different versions of this story. One is that Hera was so distraught in having an ugly child that she threw him off of Mount Olympus into the sea, and he crushed his legs. And the other story is that he got in between an argument between Zeus and his mother Hera on his mother's side, and Zeus got so pissed off with him that he threw him off the mountain into the sea. So, one of the two. He's the god of fire and the forge, and he is the smith and armourer of the gods. His forge is a volcano, pretty cool, patron god of smiths and weavers, and he's married to Aphrodite, the goddess of beauty and love, which just goes to prove that looks aren't everything. Now, let's get on with it.
Watch yourself. Ryan's stirring. We best keep to our knitting. It's time to either run the table or go home empty. Ryan's got the genetic key to Rapture. We get that from him and we get out of this hellhole. We don't, then you and I are ghosts. Now would you kindly head to Ryan's office and kill the son of a bitch? It's time to finish this.
Alright.
I see Cohen's lost his touch. If he didn't remember. He used to believe in work, in the struggle. And now, he rots in that Neverland, waiting for someone to come and tell him he still got it. I suppose that's why he let you live.
Alright, start with a bang. Office of Andrew Ryan.
You can taste it, can't you? Andrew Ryan.
I like the whistle.
I'm sorry, Father. I'll do what you say.
Trying to get as close to Ryan's gate as possible without making a spectacle of myself. He's got it shielded 6 ways till Easter. There's no way into that base. All I got for my trouble was the hairy eyeball from Ryan's splicer mates. What's the reward you get for trying to outsmart the best electrical engineer of our generation?
Yep, the hairy eyeball. That's what you get.
A present. You like, yes?
Yeah, I don't like it that much, bitch. I'll fall for that trap. Trap bolts, of course. Heat-seeking RPGs, of course. All right.
A worm looks up and sees the face of God. But look around. It's a regular convention of worms in here. They all had mothers, fathers, people who loved them. They got married, fucked their wives. What makes you think you're any different? I haven't chosen the spot for you on the wall yet. Let me know if you have a preference.
That one seems to be vacant.
I had to go jungle style with that filthy ape for 3 weeks, but he finally spilled the beans on how to get to Andrew Ryan. Generate a sympathetic overload in harmonic core number 3. That's simple. Now all I gotta do is figure out what the hell a sympathetic overload is, and for that matter, a harmonic core number 3. Piece of cake for an electrical engineer. Too bad I designed ladies' shoes. Gotta go see the grease monkeys left alive in heat loss monitoring. See what I can shake out of their trees.
Like all parasites who ever tried to walk in stolen shoes. I'd explain the science that renders what you're trying to do impossible, but that would be like playing Mozart for a tree frog.
Place monster, I can see you!
Rapture is coming back to life. Even now, can't you hear the breath returning to her lungs? The shops reopening, the schools humming with the thoughts of young minds. My city will live. My city will thrive. And when that day comes, we'll use your tombstone for pavement tiles.
Ignore the lies of Atlas and his parasites. Rapture is on the rise.
His light shining down here in the market.
That's the power core.
Jane wasn't overly inconvenienced by his own demise. On New Year's Eve, his wretched splicers come streaming out of the poorhouses and stormed the proverbial barricades. Dead rot in the streets, and Johnny and Jamie Citizen are lined up round the block for plasmids. Anything to help fend off the rabble.
I hear the flapping of wings. All your faces are melted!
I need Eve.
Is it safe to be walking now?
Do you guys have any idea there's a war on? If you don't follow proper maintenance on those big daddies, they burn through those R-34s like them Eames apple berries go through penicillin. I've got Atlas's goons hitting us non-stop and 2 dead mechanics just this week. We need to control costs. If I wanted to deal with amateurs, I would have stayed on dry land.
His light shining even down here in the murk. What's the problem now? We have Jesus loves me, this I know.
That's right, boyos. Try now to mess with me gizmos. I'll show you sticks and stones. Not boys. Hurry, hurry, Mr. Bubbles. Everything's safe now, Mr. B.
Why have you turned away from your light? His light shineth even down here in the murk. Woe be unto you!
Welcome to the circus of value.
To build a city at the bottom of the sea is that. But where else could we be free from the clutching hand of the parasites? Where else could we build an economy that they would not try to control, a society that they would not try to destroy? It was not impossible to build Rapture at the bottom of the sea. It was impossible to build it anywhere else.
His light shineth even down here in the murk.
Dream time, Mr. B.
Father, why have you forsaken me? We thought we could hide from the light down here. We were wrong. We have turned away.
Okay, so that's good and trapped now. Oh, how's the people?
Me, an assassin. That's rich. I could have gone along, I suppose. Spliced up. Forgot. I believed in this place. I believed in Ryan. But when it got hard, Ryan didn't believe in Rapture. Didn't believe in the Great Jane. He believed in power. And now this place is busto. And my girl is... gone. Worse than gone. One of those things. So am I an assassin? Well, only one way to find out.
Alright.
Sinners, hide in the shadows.
Oh shit. Fuck. What the fuck? Bitch!
Imagine the will it took to create a place like this. And what have you built? Nothing. You can only loot and break. You're not a man. You're just a termite at Versailles.
Hey, I'm a termite. With a fucking wrench.
Time to find some.
Alright, let's lay the traps. Woo!
Mr. Fogel! Please, get up!
Alright, there's our first little sister.
No! No! No!
I've seen such terrible
You
things
saved me.
and done worse myself. Thank you for reminding me that the light of the world has not yet been snuffed out. I am sending a little one to help you on your way.
Nice. I love watching them get in their little vents.
Time for Betty Bye, Mr. B.
Awesome. Bitch! Man, this is a level with some shocks in it.
Over there, yeah.
Why can't Ryan take care of this crap himself?
Because Mr. Ryan's got more important things to do than to enforce loyalty in the ranks. Say hello to Fontaine, you backstabbing son of a bitch!
Wow.
Sally, and dressed to the nines. She's played her cards pretty close to the vest, but you ain't gotta be no college job to see that she's into some bad china. She was asking about magnetic locks and some such. I played it coy, but she took wise. After she showed me round her backyard, I gave her directions to Keyboard's tool shop. Rapture's gone to hell. But sometimes the great change still cuts you a break. Let me tell you something about keyboards and all them university types. They're so smart, except when they ain't. I put a couple of drinks in him last week, and before I could say boo, he's telling me he's got the code to his office keyed to the... Before the final rat has eaten the last gram of you, Rapture will have returned. I will lead a parade. Who was that, they'll say, as they point to the sad shape hanging on my wall. Who was that?
I begged Mr. Ryan to hand Fontaine's heuristics over to Atlas's boys as a peace offering, but the stupid sod won't listen to reason. Instead, he's just splicing his mob up, giving them more and tougher plasmids. There's an arms race on here in Rapture, but it's not about who can build the best guns and the biggest bombs. It's about who can become less of a man and more of a monster.